And we're gonna call this one the C7 Corvette Daytona Prototype at Daytona late afternoon test session. Then we gotta get a paint scheme we all like, or we can all agree on. I think Kenny is very, very interested.
Yeah, I think so.
Cause I talked
Wow,
to him tonight about it.
I'm looking at these setups on this Indy car and it's crazy.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
The aero options is crazy.
Whoa. You really don't like cold tires on a mostly cloudy day. Wow. I gotta turn the analog brake up on it some because I'm locking up the tires. Oh yeah, I love it. It needs some more gear though, because about coming by the pits on the front stretch, I'm running out of gear. I'm hitting rev limiter.
Are there any setups, or it's just like a baseline?
Right now it's baseline, I guess. I don't know. I haven't gone in there. I just want to get out here on the track.
I'm wondering if there are even any, you know, setups like factory, so to speak, setups, or if you have to just make your own. It may be a at a level where you just make your own.
Oh, I'm loving it.
Nice. Is it pretty easy to drive?
Oh yeah. We definitely got to turn the analog brake up on it. Yeah, I'm locking up the brakes pretty easy.
So there's 2 Daytona prototypes. That's interesting. There's a Riley.
The Riley is what the Corvette took the place of the Riley, and they don't use the Riley no more.
Huh. Wonder why you can still buy the thing.
They might use it on special races or league races or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Pull it in and see what kind of setups we got.
Okay.
Uh-oh, it's telling me, do I want to get out of the car? You ready to jump in?
What do you mean?
You ready to do a driver swap?
Oh. So does it have an option for that?
I don't think so right yet.
We have to take it into a certain type of session.
Oh yeah. Alright, let's see. We got 3 pages of adjustments here. We got tires and aero, chassis and drivetrain.
Okay.
Aerodynamics. Okay, tires, you know your tire pressure right now, they're all set evenly at 22.5. Aerodynamics is the next one. It says front dive planes, and it's got it checked. Rear wing setting, and is you can do up or down, and right now it's at P15. Rear spoiler setting, and it's got 12 degrees right now. And then it has the next big category is aero calculation, and it says note, this section is for calculation purpose only. Use wing settings above and ride heights at speed below to calculate aero balance. Wow. Then it's got under that it says front ride height at speed, and it's got 0.787 inches. Rear ride height at speed, and it says 1.57 inches. And front downforce is 42%. Downforce to drag is 3.289 to 1.
Wow. So we got a lot of calculating.
Yep. And then the next category is chassis. You got your inner roll bar, ARB arm setting, brake pressure bias, toe in, engine map setting, traction control system.
Oh, that engine map?
Uh-huh.
I think you can change that in the car.
Oh yeah.
And you can save fuel. There's a button for that I've seen. So if you want to save fuel, you just change the map rather than having to worry about driving differently. And then say you're trying to pass somebody, you go to the most powerful map.
I gotcha.
Yeah, it's interesting, but that's what I think that is.
It's got 3 different engine map settings. It says,
does it give any info?
Hang on. Alright, default settings for the engine map in-car control dial. You can change this setting while on track. Setting 1 is full power, setting 2 is for green flag fuel saving, and 3 is for running under safety car.
Yep. That's cool.
Cool. Steering assist is 1. Spoiler ride height, which you can't adjust that. Then you got your regular stuff like your left front wheel, right front wheel. You got the push rod length, spring rate, LS comp dampening, HS comp dampening.
Oh, that's low and high speed damping. So the high speed damping will affect like when you run over those rumble strips. And the low speed is like, you know, more like it's interesting because it's basically how much damping is there for a really abrupt movement versus how much is there for a slower movement.
And then it's got the low speed rebound dampening and high speed dampening for the both. Each it sets for individually on the front, your camber caster, and then your rear is basically the same thing.
Can you do camber back there?
Yep.
Oh wow.
Rear, I mean at the rear you got your fuel level, anti-roll bar, ARB arm. What is that?
Anti-roll bar arm.
Yeah, I should have known that. That was
Yeah, I didn't know that for a long time. I actually had to look it up.
Well, see,
feel bad.
Okay, they got two. They got two. I mean, one of them is anti-roll bar, which is medium, soft, and firm, or none.
Yeah, it's basically how stiff is the bar, and then where is it mounted.
Yep. Arms is anti-roll bars are a fine adjustment to the anti-roll stiffness. 1 is softest and 5 is stiffest.
Yeah, you know, you've seen aftermarket anti-roll bars where they have like 3 holes drilled on each side, and you can mount it in any of the holes. That's all that is.
Yep. And right here you can set each individual gear, your final drive gear ratios.
Oh wow.
Your clutch friction faces is right now set to 4. Oh my god, it goes up to 12.
So it's like a stronger shift.
Clutch friction faces multiply the amount of locking the differential can create. 4
Oh, this is in the diff.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the differential. Excuse me. Yeah, that was. Yep.
Yeah, it's a limited slip differential.
Yep. Then you got preload, drive ramp angle, and coast ramp angle.
Yeah, that has to do with how much it locks under acceleration and you know, braking or off throttle.
Yep.
The diff is a big deal. It's gonna take a while to work that out because I messed with the Cadillac diff and it makes a big difference. Does it have a traction control?
Yeah, traction control is way back up here. It's in the chassis area, I believe. Yeah, right up under mounting. Traction control is how many settings? 1 through 6.
Okay. And the anti-lock brakes has adjustment too. I wonder if we can adjust those in the car. Like, you know, as the tire falls off, you turn the traction control higher.
Yes, you should be able to. All that stuff you should be able to touch.
Yeah, we need button boxes.
Yep.
Because there's no way I can do all that on the wheel.
No. And probably anybody else that's driving with us, they'll probably have to just run it like it is for the 4 hours. I don't see where it says anti-lock brakes.
ABS, maybe?
Nope, it's just got, for the front, it's got an anti-roll bar arm settings, brake bias pressure, toe in, engine mapping, traction control, steering assist, and splitter ride height.
So it doesn't have ABS?
Evidently not. And you would have to use, I guess it would set it with the traction control.
Yeah, I don't know. Because I bet traction control is just spark cut on the engine.
Yep.
Usually on a race car they don't do it with brakes. You know, some traction control they use brakes to stabilize the car, but I doubt on a race car because you want to go fast. They're just going to cut power.
Yep. I don't know. It might be sophisticated, which this one they don't have analog brakes, so it can't use braking.
Yeah.
So it has to be spark or engine misfire.
Yeah, exactly. It just literally cuts the spark off for, you know, however long.
Yep.
Or, you know, it cuts it a little bit or a lot, or yeah.
Yeah, it just detunes it a little bit.
Mm-hmm. And depending on that setting, it'll detune it more and more.
Yep. Cool.
But that makes sense, because what I was hearing in those videos was that this car, the goal of it was as cheap as possible and as fast as possible. And anti-lock brakes, you know, they just probably just didn't even include that.
Yep. Oh, I didn't even set rear diff. I wanted to go up on the rear diff or the rear end gear a little bit. Final drive.
Mm-hmm.
So I can get the full amount out of it.
Yeah. So it looks like I need to buy 7 more pieces of content before I get to 40 pieces.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. In the next month or so, I'll go ahead and get some tracks and cars and get up to that 40 pieces, so I can just get 20% from then on.
Yeah.
That way I don't have to buy a certain amount each time.
Yeah, I screwed myself out of that a lot, buying one piece here and one piece there. I started out buying 3 pieces so I could get the maximum discount, but then I was like, forget it, I'll just buy it one at a time.
And it adds up. It's like, it doesn't seem like it, but it does.
Yep.
I tried to buy 6 to get the full, like, but they cut the discounts, man. Like, it used to be 20% for 6 and 15 for 3. And now it's 10 for 3 and 15 for 6.
Yeah.
So I just want to get to that 20. Next time I buy anything, I'm just going to buy like 8 pieces and get the full 20% on it. Because, you know, no point in buying 6 and getting a 15% discount when you could buy 7 or 8 and get a 20%.
Yeah, you want to talk
So
about
I'll
fragile.
just wait like a month and then I'll just buy 7 pieces.
You want to talk about fragile? Just, you know, the big rumble sticks that are out at the exit of pit road on the Daytona road course? I just ran over them and it destroyed this car. It says you got heavy wheel damage.
Oh wow, those are those. I think they call those sausage curbs because they're kind of like a sausage.
Yeah.
And they just rip the car apart.
Yeah, you got to stay off of them things.
Wow.
And you cold tires, you cannot give this thing full throttle unless you're shifting up quickly.
So take it easy for a lap.
Yes, definitely.
So is it kind of like the V8 supercar at first?
Oh, it's worse than the Cadillac at first.
Man. Good thing they're not going to do a standing start, so you get 1 lap to pace around and warm up.
I think it all the back straightaway. You start out on the back straightaway.
That's not good.
Nope.
That first turn, man, you could lose it easy.
Yeah, that's why you definitely got to hang back. And hopefully the GT1 or the GT3s don't come up there while you're trying to navigate this.
But once it's warmed up, it's not bad.
Yeah, I mean, it's easy to drive once it gets warmed up, and I ain't even done those settings on it.
Okay, that's good. When I buy it, I'm gonna buy the Mercedes as well. And I think I'm gonna buy that Nissan GTP. So I have both of the camel cars.
Yeah.
I found a poster for the Camel GT, the real one. I gotta send it to you. It's awesome. Let me see. I gotta find this thing because it was awesome.
I think on the first, what we do is on the first lap or so, set your traction control real high.
Then dial it back.
Yep. Oh, it's a dream through the bus stop.
Nice.
Even on cold tires, they ain't even run them up, but they should be warm now. Oh yeah, you're gonna like this a lot. This is so easy to drive.
Sounds good to me.
Damn, that's about as fast as I've ever been through that bus stop on the back.
So it's got downforce.
Oh yeah. And I got the right gear in it now too.
44.675.
What kind of speed does it reach?
I think I was right there about 180.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Oh yeah, I like this. Yes sir, there goes the jet. Alright, I'm gonna save this replay and just get loaded up and you can see it tomorrow and see what you think.
Alright, that sounds good.